Greeting fellow modelers, here we have the MiG-15, an iconic, incredible aircraft from Fiddlers Green Quick Build Series. Let's begin. The Fiddlers Green Quick Build Series is brought to you by kind Patreon sponsors. And here we have the MiG-15. Notice, we have the main landing gear, engine inlet, the main wing, the fuselage split into 4 pieces, the rear, the canopy, the forward, and that part we need to take careful attention to. And here is the basic overall layout of the MiG we're going to build. Let's begin. You're going to need your steel rulers, scissors of course, tweezer, and you can never have too many, as you see here. X-Acto knife and regular cutting knife, glue sticks, super glue, and toothpick. And trust me, you're going to need that. And of course, my highly recommended Aleene's tacky glue. So I have a method where, first off, I use a glue stick to double the print sheets, regular 80 bond, so I make my own cardstock, and then cut the parts out. This helps me to easier focus on the parts I need to work with. And the first part is the center fuselage assembly. So here we have the main fuselage center, the rear, and the forward. So we do the usual cutout of the joint tabs, and we are going to put that cut in where the wing will be passed into. Now I use a regular pen. This is a marker. I just use regular round marker to form the curvature of it. So this way you make it so much better, it's so much neater. And then we just apply our Aleene glue, tacky glue. What you see I'm doing here is to try to press it down a bit, and then I use that same pen to press the part down. So that way it won't have any twists. Then the wing. Let's just cut this baby out, cut off the excess parts, and then we're going to slide it into the main fuselage area. And remember, again, Fiddlers Green is a fun project. It may not be 100% accurate, but at least you have a representative model, and it's a great way to get into the hobby of making paper models. Here you see I'm using the steel ruler to fold the wings, and no problem pressing down the leading edge. Remember, it's a jet, so it tends to be a bit sharper. And then we slide it into position. Now check this out. For firmness, what I'm going to do, after I slightly roll the top side of it, I'm going to use a toothpick and put across it. You heard me. And then I'm going to glue that in place right there. And then we adjust the fuselage to make sure it's aligned with the markings on the wing. Super glue that into place. Use the steel rule to press the trailing edge down. Trim off the excess. And bam! Here you have everything integrated with the main fuselage. Nice. Now here's a forward fuselage assembly. Let me tell you, at this time when you do the forward fuselage assembly, it would have been great if you could put the engine inlet divide at this point. You will find the intake divide further down close to the end of this video, but it's at this point you should put it in. So learn from my mistakes here. So as you join and align and make sure that the canopy is aligned, we squeeze that into place. Beautiful job. and then we cut the tip of the nose section. We use our paintbrush handle to twist and fold. Nice. You see how that goes well? Now, if we had installed the engine inlet divide, it will be much easier before doing this. So let's deal with the rear fuselage. You know, I'm having a lot of fun doing these Fiddlers Green kit. I think just hearing the response from many people who would like to get into the hobby but feel a bit intimidated with the more serious model, this again is a great way. And I want to shout out to all my Patreon supporters who really help me and encourage me to know that dreams can come true. And one day, maybe make this full time. Now that would be the ultimate dream. But let me know what models you're building and what you would like to see built, and I'll try to accommodate it in the next build. Also, I'm trying to find out how to divide the time between these more serious builds like a Halinsky, a Modelik, a Marek, which is intermediate. It's a great intermediate stage before you hit the likes of Halinsky. So let me know in the comments what you would like to see next. So let's deal with the fin assembly. Of course, we're going to cut it out. But then I did things a little different, not specified on their instruction, as you're about to see. Now, following the instruction so far, I fold those tabs out. I fold along the center line here, and this is the best way to do it. Then I apply Aleene's glue and tack that down. Now, usually you're supposed to just put it there, glue it, and you're good. But nope. We're going to cut this part off, and then we're going to make a small incision with our knife, put a toothpick in, and then put the fin on. So that way you have a seriously strong fin, and it will be perfect for you. So let's add the stabilizer. It's a quick, simple thing. We cut it out. And once we have it cut out, we're going to, just like the fin, when we cut the parts out, we're going to fold along the center points, as you see here. Steel rule always will come in handy to do this. Oh, by the way, I would like to ask, if you haven't already subscribed, please, if you could consider doing that, or even hitting that like button. It'll help YouTube to say, hey, this is something that we might probably have to pay interest in and probably promote it more. And I would love to see more people get involved in doing craft like this, who are aviation enthusiasts, people who dream of flying. It'll be a great thing, I am thinking. So, you know, hit the like button, subscribe, and even if you can, consider becoming a patron. I would really like that. So, on to putting on the wing fence installation. Now remember, it's the little things that will make your model really pop. So don't ignore it, cut them out, follow what you're seeing in the video here, and just install them. 2 per wing. Just cut out, fold, and just get it done. It really will add to how your model look. Glue into position. Nice. And you see, you can slightly add the bend, as you see what I did there just now, to help with the curve of it. So it will really help with the wing. And you don't have to worry about if the curve is right or not. You just simply make more curve and then you can glue on. Canopy time. Simple, straightforward. You should not have a problem at this point because we have done canopy like this for several other models. So it's just the same procedure. You see I use a brush handle here, tweezer to bend, and never ignore what you can do with a brush handle. It really can come in handy to help forming your canopy. And here now, we just take our time and just join the parts together. A great tool to make sure you have is a great set of tweezer and great glue. Alene, highly recommended. Now you see it's starting to look like a jet. Now the air inlet assembly. Remember I told you when you were putting on the forward fuselage, it would be great to install this first. I had some difficulty putting this in, so if you can remember, install this before you join the forward fuselage to the main fuselage. You will save yourself so much headache by just installing it in the beginning, and you won't have to go through what you see me doing here. But the good part is, at least I got it in, and you saw how I put it in there, and I just secure it in place using super glue. So let's try get the landing gear assembly down pat. Simple, straightforward. We just fold along the landing gear main legs there. We are going to make it reinforced, so we're going to cut the top off, and then we're going to put a trimmed down version of the toothpick there. We just super glue it in place, and then we add some Alene tacky glue, and we just put that there. Great. Press down, and then we cut out. This is the best way to make sure that you have a firm landing gear. And we just cut the excess toothpick off at the top, and then we are going to make a small slot where the landing gear strut would be. Put it to make sure it's aligned there, and then we just super glue in position. And that will be more than capable of holding the weight of your model. Pay attention carefully here to where I place a toothpick for the nose landing gear. You see it is straight up, so it goes from the wheel to the tip of the strut. All right, so pay attention because that's very important. We just super glue that in place. Now, you don't have to 100% have super glue. I just do it because I find it make my builds a lot easier, okay? And a lot quicker too. We then punch a hole at the base of the fuselage at the back. We put our nose wheel gear in, super glue in position, and bam, there you have it, your MiG-15. Now we're going to put a little weight in there. I had a coin, I just slip it in the back, glue in position, and congratulations my friend, we have a MiG-15, an iconic Generation 1 fighter. Well, that will be it for today. I hope you join me next week when I think I will just switch a little bit and show something else. But until then, thank you so much to my kind Patreon sponsors. And take care, my friends. Be well and one love.